Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Friday Morning Storytime. I'm Miss Lyn, and I'm happy to be here with you today. You all look wonderful, and I'm guessing that you have already got your hands ready and you're going to join me in our morning greeting song. Are you ready? I am. Okay, here we go. Here we are together, together, together. Here we are together at Graves Library. Your friends are my friends are your friends. Here we are together at Graves Library. That was great. As always, I love to hear your singing voices and appreciate that you sing along with me. All right, so this morning I am going to read a book to you about boats, big boats and little boats and sailing boats and steam engine boats. It is written by Patricia Hubble, illustrated by Megan Halsey and Sean Addy, and our publisher is Marshall Cavendish Corporation, and they put this book together so we could enjoy it for a read aloud. So again, the title is Boats, Speeding, Sailing, Cruising. I'm going to show you the back cover, as I know that some of you might know this is a cruise ship, holds a lot of people on board. And a long time ago, we had big sailing ships. Look at all those sails. They needed a lot of wind to move through the water. Let's take a look inside. Yes, I see that the authors have told us we're going to read about ferries, ocean liners, fishing boats, and canoes. I actually was out in a canoe this past weekend. It was a lot of fun. We were on a lake, and my son and I were in a canoe, and we were paddling all around the different islands in the lake. We'll talk about that again in just a minute. Here's our title page. It tells us again the title of our book, Speeding, Sailing, and Cruising. Okay, is everybody ready? You're comfortable? I know I am. All right, here we go. Boats, boats, boats. Big boats, snug boats, tough, hard-working tugboats. Look at this little boat. I'm going to move the book over, and it's pulling this very large ship. They have an important job to do to get that large ship into the harbor. Boats, boats, boats. Yachts with flags, both fore and aft. Dory, dinghy, shell, and raft. How amazing we have all these different names for a boat. I'll say that again. Dory, dinghy, shell, and raft. Catamaran, bark canoe, kayaks made for 1 and 2. Look at that funny shark. Boats for families and their pets. That's known as a houseboat. People are living on that boat with their families and their pets. Boats for families and their pets. Trawlers with enormous nets. A big fishing boat goes way out to sea and brings us back haddock and cod for which we can eat and enjoy. Lobster boats, whale boats, tossing in a gale boat. Look at that big wave. Whoa. Hang on. I'm going to do something different with this book today. I'm going to hold it in a different direction. All right, here we go. A boat for firemen fighting fires. A fancy boat that a fisherman hires. Big barge hauls a load of steel. Showboat churns its paddle wheel. Rumble, whistle, roar, toot. Chug, hum, sputter, hoot. I'll bring this real close so you can see that firefighting boat. Look at that. And the fishing boat. And we'll lift it up. Here we go. There's a barge and a paddle boat. Looks like they're having fun. I'm going to get real close so you can see that for a minute. And then I'll go back up to the top. There we go. I wonder what boat you would like to be on. Okay. Rev the engines, speed ahead, deck, cabin, galley, and head. Look at the inside of that cruising boat. There we go. It looks like there's a living room and a bathroom and even a deck. Ferries with their decks packed tight ply the seas both day and night. That is a big ferry taking people out from the mainland to an island. I have a friend who lives on an island, and she takes the ferry every day into Portland, Maine. They're being funny with those fish on board, aren't they? Icebreakers smash an icy floe. Penguins dive deep below. That ship is breaking apart the ice. I believe that it would be in Antarctica, and it's making a big crack through the ice. The penguins can get down into the water. Oh my goodness. Old-time sailing fast ships, beautiful four-masted ships. Look at that. Someone has drawn this picture. See if I can, of a sailing ship in a bottle. Wow. Starboard, crow's nest, stern and bow, figurehead up on the prow. So many new words for us today. The bow meaning the front of the boat. The stern meaning the back of the boat. Liner, cruise ship, tropical shore, down the gangplank, let's explore. They have come a long way, these people, to see a different country, and they did it by sailing on an ocean liner. Instead of traveling in the car, they got on this very big ship with a captain and crew who took them to a new adventure and place. Something tropical would be my guess. A great big ship needs a great big crew. Lots of people here that help run that big ship. We have a chief engineer who's right here. Oops. Chief engineer who's right here. He works down in the engine room to keep the ship running well. And then you have, I'm seeing if you have a radio operator, and then you have the first mate and the captain. Everyone has lots to do on a ship. I'm going to turn my book again. This is a funny book today. Fighting ships of the U.S. Navy plow through seas, wild and wavy. There we go. I'll get real close so you can see that Navy ship. Here we go. Lots to look at. And here's our submarine, and the biggest ship you've ever seen. An aircraft carrier where pilots fly planes that zoom into the sky. Wow, that would be an adventure to be on that kind of ship. Can you see the airplanes taking off from the deck? There they are. Toy boats sail in ponds and streams, in your tub and in your dreams. Do any of you have a toy boat that you like to float in water? I bet you do. Boats sail north, south, east, and west. They do their jobs. It's a big compass giving directions to all the ships. And then boats take a rest. I hope you enjoyed the story today. It was a little different one, wasn't it? where the book illustrators showed us how creative you can be by holding a book this way to look at the illustrations and read the text. Or, let's see if I can bring us back to that page where we flipped the book. Here it is. And held it, oh my gosh, vertically. Look at that. And bring that back to all those fish and barges and paddle boats. I'm going to return us to the page where we saw the tugboat. Here it is, right here. Look at that tugboat with the life preservers on the side, and the captain is steering the wheel, and he's got little engines underneath there, and he has a flag on the back, and he's helping bring this very enormous freighter ship into the dock. So our craft today is a tugboat. And I'll show you the one that I made and what you can expect to find on the front porch of Graves Library. So here's the tugboat that I made. And there's the life preserver and what's called the wheelhouse. And these lines right here can be made with the help of an adult with a marker. Just drawing a straight line right across there, just to add a little extra to your tugboat. Or if you don't have a marker, you can use a crayon and get the same effect. You'll also need a glue stick, which is right here, and I'm going to guess quite a few of you have those at home. And you will need an adult to help you. There are several parts and pieces in this tugboat. So on the porch of Graves, you have your plastic container, your plastic bag, and inside you have the pieces in which to make your tugboat. You have the large green piece, you have the life preserver, and you have the wheelhouse. I know that I posted a picture of the completed tugboat, and you can also stop and start this video so you can see how this was put together. You'll have the big green piece, glue on your life preserver, put your glue your wheelhouse on, and then take your marker and make those fun details onto your tugboat. And know that tugboats have such an important job to do. These very large shipping freighter ships, they would not be able to dock safely without the help of a tugboat. Their job is super important. I hope you had fun today listening to this great story called Boats, Speeding, Sailing, and Cruising, and that you also have fun putting together your very own tugboat. It was delightful to see all of you today. Take care. I look forward to seeing you next time, and please come visit Graves Library. This book will be on the shelf if you'd like to hear or have another reading with an adult in your home. Thanks again for listening. Bye for now.